Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish up the base now. All we need to do to the base at this point is add a couple holes that go through that will ultimately hold the side rails to the gumball machine. So I am going to come over here to my views palette. Over here on the right side of the screen, click on the views palette, and I'm going to go to top view. And again, go ahead and collapse that screen. Zoom in a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to get my tape measure tool. And from the very top edge here, not over here, but right here on the top. Okay. You're going to click that edge. You're going to come over 1 inch. So click, move, type 1, press return. And then from the top edge, you're going to click, come down, and what you're going to do here is move your mouse over to the edge. Again, I clicked here. I'm not clicking and dragging. I click, I move down, I move over to the edge till I hit the midpoint of the top, which is right there. I click, and now that's midpoint. Now, another way to do that would be to click on the top, come down and type 1 5/8. The reason I showed you the midpoint is that then you don't have to know where the midpoint is. It'll just tell you where the midpoint is. It'll just, that blue dot indicates midpoint, and I will go right there. And then from this guideline, I'm going to come over 5.25 inches. So I type in 5.25, press return, and now I have an intersection of 2 guidelines there, and an intersection of 2 guidelines there. So I'm going to get my circle tool. Circle tool is located within the rectangle tool. It is right here. There's the circle tool. And we will click at this intersection, move straight sideways, and I'm going to type in 3/32, which is 3/32 of an inch. Press return, and do the same thing here. Click, move over, 3/32, press return. At this point, I'm going to orbit the drawing up some so that I see a little bit more of the top, and then I'm going to zoom in to that hole. I will then get the push-pull tool, select my circle, so I click on the circle. Oh, never selected the push-pull tool. We'll select the push-pull tool, click on the circle, push it down, and we're going to push it down 0.75. Zoom out from that hole, move my mouse over to this hole, zoom back in. Click on the face of the circle, push down 0.75, press return. Now, if we orbit around, we should be able to see through that hole. And if I orbit around in this one, can be a little tougher. I'll zoom out, zoom back into that area, zoom around a little bit, and see that it's a hole. The other way to do that is just take the thing and flip it upside down and see if you got the holes there. If you don't have the holes there, what you're probably going to have to do is undo, which is Control-Z, undo until you just have flat circles on the top again, and try that process again. That's it for the base. So you're going to make some guidelines, draw some circles, turn them into holes, and that is it. So then I'm going to click on Save. That's going to save the base. And that is it. You can move on now to the top 1 video.